Hey guys, what's up? Retro Shinobi here, coming at you another video. This is week 3 of the 10K challenge. We sold the Nintendo 64 Rumble Pack for $19.99, and we sold the Monkey Ball Jr. Game Boy Advance for $11.99. I'm gonna get those shipped out, and we are starting to build up the game fund bit by bit. I just added it up. We're currently at $48 for the video game fund. So that means that the next video game that I buy, we currently have $48 for. I'm still deliberating on what that game is gonna be, but once I pick it out, I'm definitely gonna show it off, do a little bit of footage for it, and maybe a little bit of a review if I get the chance to play it. So there are a lot of things that happen this week, a lot of things that you're gonna wanna see. So definitely stick to it till the end to see the recap and to, see all of the stuff that we get this week. It was actually a very surprisingly good week for getting pickups. So without further ado, let's get into the video. We do have a new scale here. This is my own personal scale, and as you can see, we are starting this week at 372.6 pounds. Definitely hoping to get that down by the following week. I definitely underestimated 10,000 steps a day. Between walking all around campus today and about 35 minutes on the treadmill, going only about 3.5 on the speed. I've just barely cracked 10,000 steps. I think I underestimated how much 10,000 steps was and overestimated my ability to get there. But it's definitely something that I need to be able to achieve. I look forward to when it is not hard to hit 10,000 steps as it is right now. It feels good though. My body's sore. I'm out of breath. It's the first time that this cold weather that has stretched well into the negatives. I mean, look, it is up tall. I'm 6'2", and without bending at all, I can just barely touch this snow ledge right here. So that's how tall it is. But it feels good. This is one of the very underrated things about living in the Midwest when there's a lot of snow. It's just how sparkly and beautiful the snowfall is. I just did this is the following day from the last clip. I just did 3 miles in an hour, which doesn't seem like a lot, but for someone who hasn't exercised, it definitely shows. But again, it feels good. Another day spent getting 10,000 steps on the treadmill. It's getting easier. Today I also tried out the Ring Fit Adventure for the Switch. I did about 15 minutes. I could definitely feel it in my chest and in my legs. At least for the first part. Your main things are overhead press and squats. And my legs are definitely underdeveloped. My calves are strong because they're used to carrying my body weight, but my hamstrings are definitely underdeveloped. So the squats are going to be good. I think I'm definitely going to feel it in the morning, more than I do now, even though I do definitely feel it.
51. It's short one card.
Bruh.
Do you think we can take a picnic?
All right, so I found a lot of good stuff. You see all of this. There's more in the car, and there might be an N64 game in the works. Hopefully, the guy who found it will give it to me for a good price. We will see. Okay, so we got this painting for the apartment, which is nice. But the guy had Pokemon Stadium 2, the gold version. He looked it up on eBay beforehand. He wanted 60, which is pretty high end. And it was beat up. The label had a bunch of scratches on it. It was faded. It had like this like dirt on it that, you know, this is all storage unit stuff, so it could have essentially been rat poop on the cartridge. He was like, I think I can get 60 for it. I don't think he can get 60 for it, but that's okay. I'll let him figure that out, and we will move on. You know, it sucks that we weren't able to find that before he did. You know, maybe we should have got here a little earlier, but you know, you live and you learn. This is the last sale that she's ever gonna do, which is really unfortunate because this was an awesome opportunity. We have a bunch of, I filled my trunk with stuff. Not all of it to sell, some of it to keep, but a lot of value for the $10 a piece that we got going in. I'm very excited to show it to you. I'll be doing that right up next. All right, so this is what we got at the place. Some of this stuff is my friend Noah's, my roommate Noah's, and some of this is just stuff for the apartment. We got this painting, which on the back of it, $79.99 is what someone paid for it. We're gonna put that up on the wall. We filled this tote. It was filled with someone else's stuff. Noah wanted this license plate. We got another one over there, and then this is the stuff that we got. I'm gonna go over some of the prices. Some of the stuff is to keep. Some of the stuff is Noah's stuff, like I said earlier. This is a Norelco rotary razor. It's a really vintage one. It's actually in considerably good condition, I would say. It comes with the original carrying case, which I need to do some cleaning up of, but it's got the cord for it. It's got everything. This should fetch an easy 20 bucks, which covers the cost of me and him to get in. We've got this wired controller. I opened this up and it still has the plastic wrap on it, so it's brand new. Goes for 20 bucks on eBay all day. I might hold on to it. I am starting to play the Switch more. Got this. Got this. I saw this, I was like, oh, it's Luigi, I'll pick it up. And then I looked at the leg, and you definitely can't read that, but it says made for McDonald's. So it's just a McDonald's toy, but it's Luigi, so whatever. Got some playing cards, some whiskey glasses, some shot glasses, this vintage coffee grinder. We've got Rowlet, Pikachu, and Charmander. Pikachu and Charmander. This is actually an old Pikachu. I looked this up. It does go for 20 bucks in really good shape. This one is definitely a little dirty. And you can see his eye pupils are almost gone. And his tail is a little faded. I think I might just end up throwing him in the washing machine, hoping that it fixes. You know, 20 bucks, 20 bucks. And that's from 1998. This one is a winter edition Charmander. It is only like $10-15. I'm probably going to keep this guy, put him on my bookshelf when I get it. And then Rowlet was surprising. It goes pretty solidly for your $20 to $25 range. I definitely am going to put him up, I think. It is Tomy Pokemon. So I think that is an easy sell. I don't want to hold on to too many plushies. I definitely have to sell something. I bought this, I grabbed this lock because I thought it would be worth money. It's not. This Pirate Rum mug, there's one up on eBay right now for $6 with 15 shipping, so it's about 20 bucks. Same with this. It is a Grey Goose shaker bottle. This cordless answering system is brand new. AT&T. It's got the sticker still on it, unbroken.
This goes very easily 25, 30 bucks. We've got NCAA football 12. But inside is Enter the Matrix for the PS2, disc only. That's like, you know, your $10. They had a bunch of D&D books. I grabbed a lot of them. I'm going to show more of them in a different clip. I'm going to sit down and situate myself. But this was really cool. They printed out one of the Forgotten Realms 2nd edition campaign guides. And it's just the entire thing. This one underneath it is the continuation of the book, which I just think is really cool. I love Dungeons and Dragons. Obviously, you can't really like sell this kind of thing, I think. I just thought it was really cool and I wanted to hold on to it. Got these remotes. These go for 10 a piece. I thought they were worth more. Some of the stuff I might end up having to throw away because I grabbed it thinking it was worth money and ended up not really being worth that much. We've got a lot of DVDs that mostly Noah picked up. I picked up That 70s Show. I definitely learned. One of them was brand new. I'm like, oh, it's probably worth money. I'll get some good money for that. But, you know, it's worth like $8 brand new, so I'm really not. We've got a really, really dirty copy of MVP Baseball 2004 for the original Xbox. It does have the little plastic here, and it is complete. That's like 10 bucks. I'm probably gonna hold on to that for now and wait until I get a lot of Xbox games I can put it with to kind of pad the value. And the best thing as far as video games go, in my opinion, is this right here, this copy of Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition. You know, I'd be thinking, this is only like a $10 game. Why are you saying it's so good? It's because of what's inside of it. I'm gonna set you guys down for a second because the case is a little difficult to open. And you see, it has more than one game in it. So you've got your Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition. You've got a disc only of Kingdom Hearts 2 for the PS2. Devil May Cry is like $10. Kingdom Hearts disc only is probably about $10 as well. This is the one that really surprised me. Looney Tunes Sheep Raider for the PS1 goes for $35 disc only. All of these all of these discs are pretty scratched. I'm definitely gonna test them. Hopefully I don't need to take them to a resurfacer, but if I do, then I do. You know, what are you gonna do? There's a resurfacer that's not too far from here. I know I can get the discs resurfaced for a couple bucks a piece, and it won't be that big of a deal. Definitely still be able to make profit on it. You know, considering the fact that it was $10 a piece to get in, Noah definitely got his worth out of it with the glasses and the coffee and, you know, all that stuff. He also got that throw over there. It's definitely worth it, and it's going to be even more worth it when I show you all of the old Dungeons and Dragons books, which I'm going to show you right now. All right, so this is the box full of Dungeons and Dragons books. So first of all, the biggest and best one is probably this one right here, the Dungeons and Dragons hardcover. I looked this one up and it's going for about, you know, $20-25 pre-owned. And then we've got all of these. Now some of these are written by Gary Gygax. I got to look through these more and see kind of what they all are, but most of them are these Dungeons and Dragons Forgotten Realms books. I know that these are part of a series. I'm not exactly sure if the whole series is here or if I'm missing some. Like I said, this goes, you know, about 3 deep all the way here. And then there's also this series, which I just thought was cool because it's silver. I might, you know, read that. The Elric of Melniboll. I thought those were neat. I don't really know if any of these are worth money. I'm imagining the Gary Gygax ones are probably worth a good amount. But like I said, a lot of these are some of them are in good condition. Some of them are in pretty substandard condition. It also had a couple of minifigures, which I think are pretty cool. I don't think these are older minifigures. The detail is just kind of crazy for them to be. I don't really know, though, on a full scale. Right here, is a metallic. It's looks like a swashbuckler. So that was pretty cool. This might be the like maybe Pathfinder or something. I'm not sure. But like I said, there's a couple of figures here. Some of them look older than others. Like right there, Shadowfire Elemental 2014. So that one's pretty newer. And then this is a Lava Lurker. A couple of these, I thought these were pretty neat. This is the biggest one. Oh, it's got a dice stuck in its claws. I'm not sure what creature this is, but it looks very interesting. I used to play a lot of Dungeons and Dragons, so having D&D stuff is cool. It also had this set of dice, which I think is like a Star Wars RPG tabletop. But I think these are really cool, and if the Gary Gygax ones aren't really worth anything, I'm probably just gonna keep them, to be honest. They're really cool. But that is that box. I also picked up at GameStop a copy of Umihara Kawase Fresh for the Nintendo Switch. It's made by Nicholas, which is they printed Cave Story, and I believe they also printed The Binding of Isaac for the Nintendo Switch. And it was $15. Well, it was $14.24. And I was surprised to see that it has a manual. Nicholas is really good about having, different things. I see now that it has a little bit of a fold there. That's unfortunate. Nicholas is really good about putting extras inside of their games to make them more valuable. This looks like a pretty fun platformer. Maybe some Metroidvania concepts in there too. I definitely want to try it out. Explore caverns, battle huge bosses, and learn new recipes to make power-ups. It looks pretty interesting, and for $15, I just couldn't pass it up. It goes on eBay pretty consistently for like $25 in complete pre-owned condition. So for $15, it was just a great deal.
All right, guys. So I put Pikachu and Charmander in the washer, and he looks a whole lot better now. He definitely still needs to address the issue with his eyes, but he still is faded. But honestly, he's looking a lot better, looking a lot fresher. I'm still, deliberating on whether or not I want to list him or keep him. He looks very cute now that he is nice and clean. And the same happened with our Charmander here. He looks great. Definitely going to keep this guy since he's not really worth more than, your $10, $15 range. Plus Charmander is my favorite starter from Pokemon, and he's wearing a beanie. So, he looks really cool, and I'm really excited to put him on my bookshelf as soon as I get it. That's definitely going to be coming up in the next week video. Fingers crossed. So that is everything that I got. I looked up the Gary Gygax books, and it looks like in good condition they go pretty steadily for $25 to $30. So always, if you start seeing old fantasy books, look for the author Gary Gygax. It is extremely worth it. Now, some of these are in better condition than others, but if I just grab one off of the top here, this right here, Gary Gygax, Sea of Death, Gord the Rogue. This goes for at least $20. It's very easy to ship because, as you can see, it is about the size of my hand, and you can ship it with USPS Media Mail. It's so little to ship this out. You can put it in a bubble mailer, but I would recommend putting it in a box, just to make sure that it doesn't bend any pages or nothing happens in transit. But I see a lot of used books get shipped in bubble mailers, which is even cheaper than boxes. It's super easy to ship, it might not be the quickest seller, but it definitely is going to be worth money. Since they are worth so much, I definitely am going to sell them because I want to start building some money for the video game collection. I want to see that number get above 5K, So that is the total of everything. I'm going to show my steps for the week, and I'm going to show the current state of the video game collection. It's not much different than what it was last week. So let's get right into that. So these are my steps for the week. Those 3 days that I recorded, I got over 10,000 steps. On that Sunday, I ate. I went to a buffet with some friends and definitely ate way too much food. Came back and just knew that if I tried to get on the treadmill, I definitely would throw up. So I definitely, stayed away from the treadmill at that exact day. Didn't hit my goal, but next week I'm going to hope to get many more of those days at that 10K number. So the only game that I added to the collection was that Umihara Kawase Fresh for the Nintendo Switch, which shows to be $22. So the new collection summary shows that the collection is worth $47.87. Now I do want to say that Game Eye constantly updates your games. So you see right here, Metroid Zero Mission, it shows an up arrow. Some of these are stagnant. Record of Lodoss Wars, and it is up. This is in the order that I added them to the app. Tiny Tina Wonderlands went down, things of that nature. It goes up, a couple dollars every couple of days. Every single time you open the app, it updates, or, if you haven't updated the app, if you haven't opened the app in a little bit, it'll update it and show you an updated price. And I'm pretty sure that they get their prices, shows right here, price charting, eBay, Amazon. So what I found out recently, thanks to a friend, was that it also shows price history of games. So right now, Umihara Kawase is about, at a pretty good price considering where it was a couple of years ago, which I'm surprised to find out that this came out in 2019 because I've never seen it or heard about it at all from anyone. But anyways, you can kind of scroll it along, see where it goes down, where it goes up. If you got loose, complete in box, brand new. Again, very good app when it comes to maintaining all of your systems, controllers, games, seeing what they're worth, and just to know what you have it all organized for you. You can look at your report and it'll show you, by console, how much the console's worth, how many games, how many of them are unique, and total for the official of US. Again, you can click on these and see full stats, shows you your highest value games. I mean, they really show you so much information for a free app. It is wonderful. I think any collector should have this app or at least try it out. You might be using something else, but this is definitely worth checking out. That's all I have for you this week. I'm very thankful to those of you who stuck around to the end and are hearing me say this. So without further ado, Retro Shinobi signing out.